Hello dear students, welcome back to SJ's English tutorial. This is Sridevi Jayan. Today I am going to explain you the first lesson of class 11 English, The Portrait of a Lady. This video contains all the main points of the lesson which makes your learning easy. Let's start. The Portrait of a Lady was written by Khushwant Singh. He was one of the well-known Indian writers. He was a writer, lawyer, journalist, an editor, and a politician. He was a member of Rajya Sabha during 1980 to 1986. He was born on 2nd February in 1915 in Pakistan. He left the world on 20th March 2014 in India. At the sea, we Indians trained to Pakistan in 1956, and short stories such as The Portrait of a Lady, The Strain, etc. are some of his famous works. He was honored with Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. Now let's see the theme of the story. The author explains his deep intimate connection with his grandma. The story revolves around the author and his grandma. The story throws light on love, purity, innocence, acceptance, kindness, etc. The writer found all these qualities in his grandma. He loved and adored his grandmother. This story not only highlights the importance of love in human relationships, but also the relationship between humans and other creatures in the nature. The role of grandparents in upbringing their grandchildren is another asset of the story. There are two main characters in the story. The first one, grandma, and the second one is writer himself. Let us see the character traits of grandma. She was an old woman with wrinkles on all over her body. She was short, fat, and slightly bent. She was not pretty but beautiful woman. Others found spiritual beauty in her. She used to chant prayers silently using her rosary. She was a caring woman who took care of the narrator in his childhood. She was pious, kind, affectionate, tolerant, patient, and adjusted, and accepted the traits and trends of new generation. As she possessed all the above noble qualities, the narrator rightly mentioned her as a lady. According to him, she couldn't have become old. Now let's see the character traits of the narrator. The narrator Khushwant Singh spent his childhood along with his grandmother. He is a great observer and affectionate grandchild. He had developed a unique, deep relationship with his grandma. He recalled his cherished childhood memories that associated with his grandma. He beautifully portrayed all the incidents in a biographical style. Now let's proceed to the main points of the lesson step by step. Narrator and grandmother both were good friends in writer's childhood. As his parents were living in the city, he was left with his grandmother till they make the better arrangements to settle there. His grandmother took care of him. She would wake him up and get ready for school. She would bath, dress him, and give him a slate, ink pot, and red pen. Then she would feed him a thick breakfast. A thick breakfast, that is stale chapatis with a little butter and sugar. She used to chant prayers and sing songs while doing work for the narrator. She had a hope that the narrator would listen and learn them, but she never compelled him to learn or by heart those prayers. Narrator would listen to them because he loved her voice. The narrator had not paid much attention to learn them. His grandmother would take him to school. She used to carry several stale chapatis to feed the dogs in the village. The school was attached to the temple. The priest taught the children alphabet and the morning prayer. The children would sit in rows and recite the prayers or alphabet in chorus. Grandmother used to read scriptures at the time. Grandmother used to carry several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs when they go to school. When the lessons had finished, both would walk back to house. Village dogs would follow them till their home, growling and fighting to get the chapatis that were thrown to them. After some years, narrator's parents sent for them after their comfortable settlement. Grandmother and the writer stayed together in the same room. She had not accompanied him to school. He would go to school by bus. There were no dogs to feed. Grandmother used to feed sparrows in the courtyard. There was a drastic change in the narrator's life because of the city life. They would see less of each other. She used to wake him up and get ready to school for some days. The narrator would share his experience of schooling to his grandmother after coming back from school. The narrator would tell her English words and the subjects that he learned at school. Grandmother was not happy with the English education. She could not help him in his studies. She believed that those subjects were distressed and there was no teaching of God and scriptures. One day, the narrator told her that he had started learning music. Grandmother did not like music lessons. She was a bit disturbed that the narrator was given music lessons. According to her, music is vulgar and undignified. She believed that music is the profession of harlots and beggars and gentlemen shouldn't learn it. She expressed her disapproval in silence and never talked about that later. After some years, narrator went to the university for his higher studies. There was much increased gap between grandmother and the writer at the time. He was given a special room when he was studying in the university. Grandmother accepted this privacy of the narrator and remained in her room and rarely would come out of her room. She would speak rarely to others. She would spend all her day by spinning wheel and reciting prayers. Grandmother would come out of her room and feed the sparrows only in the afternoon. That was the only her relaxation during the day. She would sit in the veranda and make bits of bread and feed the sparrows. Sparrows used to sit on her shoulders, on her legs, and some even on her head. She would smile happily and never shoot them away. That was her happiest moment of the day. The narrator had decided to go abroad for his higher studies. It would take 5 years to complete his studies. He thought his grandmother would be upset with the separation. But his grandmother came to the railway station to send off him. She did not express any emotions. She was reciting prayers at that time. Silently, she kissed him on his forehead when he left. The narrator had returned to India after 5 years. Grandmother went to the railway station to meet him. She clasped him in his arms. Even at that happy moments, the narrator could hear his grandmother reciting prayers silently. Grandmother spent, as usual, her happy time with the sparrows in that afternoon. That day, when the narrator had returned from the abroad, there was a sudden change in his grandmother in that evening. She did not pray. She called the women from the neighborhood. She took the old drum and started to play and sing. She continued this for several hours. She sang of homecoming warriors. She did not stop singing. They had to force her to stop to avoid overstraining. That was the first time for the narrator to notice her without prayers. She did not recite the prayers that day. The next morning, she fell ill. They called a doctor. The doctor told them that it was a mild fever and it would be cured. But her grandmother told them that she was about to leave the world. She said that only a few hours left in her journey of life and she did not want to waste them. She stopped talking to them. They protested, but their protest went in vain. She ignored their protest and lay down peacefully and continued her prayers. The rosary was being rotating in her hands. Suddenly, the prayers were stopped. Rosary fell from her hands. There was a complete silence in her lifeless face. They understood that she was no more in this world. As per the custom, they lifted her off from the bed and put her on the ground. They covered her with the red shroud. They mourned for her a few hours. After that, her funeral arrangements were being made. They went into her room to take her on a stretcher to cremate her. It was evening. The sunrays was slanting in the veranda. The golden light of the sunrays spread all over the place. They were surprised and stopped halfway in the courtyard. There were thousands of sparrows all over the veranda and in her red shroud. The sparrows were silent and were not chirping. The sparrows sat scattered all over the floor. The narrator's mother felt sorry for the birds and brought bread for them. She made the bread into pieces and spread them on the floor. The sparrows ignored the bread pieces. They flew away silently when grandmother's corpse was carried away. The bread pieces were swept in the next morning. They put them in the dustbin. That's all about the story, my dears. Now let us see the message from this story. Through this story, the narrator Khushwant Singh highlights the importance of companionship and affectionate bond with the elders in one's life. This bond will make the younger generation to adopt the morals and values of humankind. So, the older generation must not be neglected. They must be taken care with love and affection. My dear children, do you have like this great relationship with your parents? Please share your feelings in the comment section. Do take care of your elders at home. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and share my videos. Do subscribe to my channel and support me and hit the bell icon so that my future updates will come to you as notifications. I will come back to you soon with one more topic. Till then, study well, take care. Bye.